First Sergeant Kep here with Company D, 2nd United States Sharpshooters, and thanks for joining us in the workshop. Today I wanted to go over with you one of the most common failures of an 1859 Sharps rifle. Because if you reenact with one, you use one a lot, this is most likely at some point going to happen to your rifle. At the end of the last battle yesterday, I noticed the telltale signs of what I believe is something wrong with my lever spring. Now, since I've been first sergeant for the last several years, I've replaced 2 or 3 lever springs, and it's a common enough consumable part that I tend to keep 1 or 2 at all times in my cleaning kit, so that way if one goes bad in an event, I just take out the forestock, replace it, and the rifle's good for service again. In addition to that, the parts are generally fairly inexpensive. Now, I thought I'd do this video because just earlier in the week, Private Turnin had texted me that she didn't have a broken lever spring, but the screw that holds the lever spring had broken. But because Private Turnin takes excellent care of her rifles, the broken screw was easily removed and she was able to find a replacement locally for, I don't think she had to pay anything. I think she just found it in the shop somewhere. So that rifle worked excellently over the weekend, but for those of you who maybe this has happened to before, or you plan on using an 1859 Sharps, this is an easy way to get it back into working order. So, what are the telltale signs of something wrong with your lever spring? Like I was saying, I was reloading my rifle and I lost all the tension on my lever spring. Now, I was still able to finish out the battle and shoot rebs for another 25 minutes or however long the battle lasted. But you lose that return tension on your lever spring. So it's all dangly. So I haven't cleaned this since I've gotten back. So why don't you join me over at the bench? We'll get a nice close-up and we'll see what's going on underneath the forestock. Okay, so thanks for joining us at the workbench. As a reenactor, this has already been safety checked that it's clear at the end of last battle yesterday when we clear our rifles as a battalion. And also once I took it out of the gun case, I double checked to make sure that the rifle was indeed free of any live blanks in the breech. So like I said, we are going to be looking at this for the first time together to see what's going on underneath this forestock where the lever spring is housed. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to half cock it, and then I'm going to remove my lever pin. Oh, yeah, and I can tell already by how easy this comes out that something is going on. Now, I need to wrestle out a dirty block. It's not too bad. I think I only fired about 25 rounds yesterday. We'll set that aside. Now, this is an 1859 Berdan Sharp, so we have 3 barrel bands that we need to remove in order to have access to the forestock. So we'll take one off, center one, and the last one. Okay, there we go. Get the sling out of our way. Now we're going to flip the rifle over so we can see what's going on. And this is the only screw that retains the forestock. Always making sure we use the best fitting screw bit for the job. Set that aside. And we'll remove the forestock. Ready for the big reveal. And I can see right away that we have a failure. Let's see if this will focus so you can see it. Right here, there is a fracture. Clean across. This is typically where the lever spring is going to break, right at the mount, right in front of the mounting screw. Now, like I said, with Turnin's issue last week, the screw head actually broke off, but she was able to easily remove it without any specialty tools and replace it and get her rifle back into shape. So we are going to remove this. Again, making sure you have the right bit. I think this one's slightly larger. Yeah, and let's see if I can get it back up in here again. The rifle down, give you some focus. Maybe it doesn't want to focus. But if I bring it, there we go. So you can see that it didn't shear all the way through, but it definitely broke. And actually, yeah, I just broke it with my hands. So firearm parts should not be able to be broken by your hands. But the good thing is I have an extra one. And these are relatively inexpensive. So I think I checked Dixie Gun Works last night, and I think they're still selling for about $15. The other Sharps parts supplier that we get most of our parts from is VTI Gun Parts, and we have links for that store on our homepage at secondusss.com. So what we're going to do is I am going to clean the rifle, and we'll get back together and we'll put it back on. Now that our rifle is all clean, we are ready to replace our broken lever spring with a new one that I bought from Dixie Gun Works. So reassembly is a cinch. So all you have to do is reverse your order of operations. So install the new lever spring. And install the screw, snug it down, and install the forestock, followed by the forestock screw. Now, this issue is going to be common with any 1859 Sharps, whether it's a double trigger Berdan, a single trigger infantry, or even a carbine. So if you have any of those and you reenact with them, it might be worth your time to invest in having some spare parts. So now we reinstall our barrel bands. First one. Second one. And our third one. Now we take our cleaned and lubricated block, making sure our gas sleeve won't interfere with our installation. Slide the block home, make sure everything's aligned. Install your lever pin. Mine's always gone in a little tight, so. Now, to see if our fix did the job. Nice smooth movement, and that spring is working. Nice solid return. We can double check and make sure gravity isn't going to let it hang. So there you have it for $15 and the use of a screwdriver. We have put our Sharps rifle back into service. So I hope this video has been of help to you. If you like, please let us know by liking and subscribing. If you have any questions or comments or other ideas for videos, please let us know down below. If you'd like to learn more about Sharps rifles, Berdan sharpshooters, or Civil War reenacting, please check out our website at secondusss.com. Thanks so much for watching.